挪威街头各种电动车穿梭，作为零碳排车款普及率全球第一的国家，一开始也不是处处都有充电桩林立。
We didn't have any support for charging almost. Of course, the first movers, they charge at home. So that's also, of course, the most common way to fill up your electric car, to charge at home. I only charge maybe twice a month or something on fast chargers. Most, of course, if you live in an apartment building, then you maybe be more dependent on fast charging.
到现在，街头随处都可以看到充电站。特斯拉在10年前就在当地展开布局。
They have been really helping growing the market shares for EVs in Norway as well. We had Elon Musk visiting a couple of times in Norway, but of course it was just recently that they opened up their network for other cars. So now it has been really also beneficial for non-Tesla owners to use superchargers.
在挪威拥有2600个充电站的业者，则是看重像是麦当劳等大型连锁餐饮业者，或是购物商场的停车空地，就是充电站最好的设置地点。
Well, it's kind of interesting because all of a sudden they are competing with what used to be called gas stations, but now we call them energy stations in Norway, and they're in a whole new market. They can sell energy to cars, as well as energy for people and food.
就连以往的加油站业者也开始转型，改设立充电站，同样赚的荷包满满。
So mostly it's also the convenience store where they sell food and coffee and drinks. That's also, of course, more relevant for EV owners because when they charge, it takes more time than filling up a tank of gas. So maybe they stay here for 20, 30 minutes. They can make money there as well.
随着电动车越来越普及，奥斯陆不但在停车格上设置无线充电板，甚至还改装了全世界第一个只让电动车使用的停车场，提供大量的充电设备。
It's a bomb shelter and still is from the Cold War 50s, but we actually converted it. Only EVs are allowed here. I think it was actually the first parking garage in Europe reserved for EVs only. So you can see all the way here, it's up to 86 cars which can charge at the same time.
就连往来的渡轮也是改用电能，把原本岸边的办公室改建成为船舶专用的充电站。这么大的交通工具，要一口气充饱电，却只需要短短几分钟。
They are used by millions of passengers every year. It's charging as we speak, and it takes around 5 minutes because it's charging on 3.5 megawatt, and that is pretty fast, million watt. It's a lot of batteries and a lot of electronics, and yes, they are expensive, but the fuel itself is based on hydropower, 100% renewable and zero emission, and far cheaper than diesel.
硬体设备、电力来源都到位，但对电动车车主来说，最头痛的却是充电桩的使用还有付费。从刚开始容易故障的问题，到现在是不同业者有不同的运作模式，常让使用者还没开始充电就一肚子火。
Now it's the payment systems that are like the biggest pain, that you have to download an app or different payment solutions for every company. So it can be a bit confusing, especially for new EV owners.
因此，政府也祭出法规，希望尽快改善支付系统复杂的困境。
And now, finally, we're also starting to install regular card payment terminals like credit card or payment card terminals. We know a lot of people have been waiting for those. There's regulation both at the EU level, which means that all the countries in the EU need to have card payment terminals on their chargers going forward. And also Norway has put in place its own regulation, which is even stricter when it comes to deadlines for when this needs to happen.
除此之外，挪威政府也在鼓励使用二手电动车，并且布局电池回收相关政策，就是要让电动车以及电池的效益发挥到最大，才能真正达到净零碳排的目标。TVBS 新闻综合报道。
想看最完整的新闻内容，记得下载TVBS 新闻网 APP。